Formatting your documents. So I've got just some basic text here and I just want to go through and format the document and put it into report format. First thing to remember is as you're typing, use the built-in styles. So I'm using the actual desktop client here, the desktop version of Word, so that I've got all the features and functionality built in. So to start with, here we've got the word introduction. So if I click here and make that a heading 1, that's going to be pulled out as a top level heading. So just continuing through, just going to make all the headings into heading 1. And this bit here, source of data, is actually heading 2. It comes underneath it. So we're going to go through, and that's sample selection. That's a heading 2. Statistical methods. We'll make that one a heading 2. And limitations of the study. I'm going to make that a heading 1. Back up to the top. Conclusions. It's going to be a heading 1 again. Coming on down. Recommendations, heading 1, and the bibliography, heading 1. Now, one thing that you may want to do is you may want to sort of put your bibliography on a new page. Now, you'll notice I've got these little paragraph markers showing. I can turn those off. You'd normally look at it like this, but I like to have those paragraph markers on because I can see where there are errors. And so here, I would like to actually put this onto a new page, and I could just hit loads of paragraph markers. That is not the right way, though, of using Word to be able to do this professionally. Instead, hold Control down and actually press Enter. And what that does is it puts in a new page break. And if you go back up to the previous page, notice it's put a proper page break command in. So we've now got that on every single page. Next thing I want to do is I'd like to actually put a footer in. So if I double click somewhere in the heading and literally then swap down so we can go to the footer over here, and I'd like to put some page numbers in there. So again, document information is one way we can actually put file paths and things on it. But page numbers over here, what we can say is we want it at the bottom of the page, and we can say exactly how we'd like it. I'm going to want to go, let's further on down here. I like to have the total number of pages. Oh, there we go. Bold. There we go. Page 1 of 1 or page 1 of 5. So that's now formatted it at the bottom. You can overdo this formatting and change it if you wish to. But that now means on every single page that we have got a footer with the page numbers in it. Let's close that header and footer. Now what we want to do is structure this so it looks a little bit more professional. So go to the very first character. You can also do Control and up, and that will actually take you up arrow. That will take you to the first character within your document. And I'm going to go Insert and put in a cover page. So we've got lots of different options here. I'm going to pick this one that's called Facet, and that is going to put the first page of the document here, and we're going to actually make sure it knows who I am, so it's put my name in here. We can now modify that first page to actually be the first page of this document. Next thing we want to do is we want to put in a table of contents. So I'm going to use a page break in here. So Control and Enter again. That's put a page break in, and now I'd like to put on this page here my table of contents. So this is under References, Table of Contents. What kind of table would I like to have? I would like to have one that actually says Table of Contents like this, and it will now automatically put that into my document. It has picked up all the headings that I've got. It's automatically formatted, put the page numbers on it, and made that look really great. Now let's say as I'm going through this document, I decide actually I am going to move this methods of study to a new page. So again, Control Enter, put it onto a different page. Go back to the beginning, into my table of contents. It has now changed. If I click on the table of contents, I need to right click on it. You have an option to say update, and it says, do you want to update just the page numbers, or do you actually want to update the entire table? So I'm going to say entire table, and this will now move everything around and make sure we get it structured and the page numbers all sort itself out. You can now play around the rest if you want to make this look even better, more impressive. You may want to within the headers and the footers. Sometimes what I like to do is I actually like to put in a line across there. So what you could do, there's lots of different ways of doing it. You could simply just put a line across like this and put a heading on it. You could do the same at the bottom. So go into the bottom here and I could actually say I want a top line across the top border. So that is now on every page. Okay, if I come back out of header and footer and close it, now every single page has got a line on the very top and very bottom right the way through, which starts to make it structure in a very nice way. So that is the basics. That gets you set up with proper report format.